have something to do with the health, in training, health and training. That for me, that's kind of like true. Come on, everybody needs to lose a couple of pounds.
All right.
Especially the people that sit behind the computer that work with it every day. You betcha, I'm with you for that. It's
I do a lot of desktop yoga. There's a lot of yoga programs out there for your neck and your.
Showtime.
I do a lot of yoga.
I watch all your stuff. Yeah, go ahead. I watch all your
I know
stuff,
that thing, but we don't want to interrupt the audience, do we?
That's interesting.
That's what I wear is truth.
Showtime. Isn't that an oxymoron?
All right, everybody, shush. Curtains up.
Wait, that was funny.
Okay, curtains up. I'll shush.
We didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said there's a boy here named Truth, and I said, isn't that an oxymoron?
Oh, okay.
That's
there
not
you go. All right.
That's terrible.
Okay. You get a free acre for that.
So,
so hello everybody. Welcome to Tuesday.
Hello.
Lauren.
Hello,
Galaxy.
Hello.
How are you? Hello. And we got Eva coming on afterwards.
All right.
And this is
Eva Moon.
Eva Moon. Yeah, right. So let's see who's around the room. Wow. And we got a lot of good comedy tonight. We've got CatBoy, we got Doc Grun, we got Bubblepop, and oh my gosh, I think I lost something that Bubblepop gave me. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it. I bet you I can find it. It's got. I found it. How hard could that be, right? That's not so hard. So somebody said, "What about the Pope?" And the Pope. The only reason the Pope left, his portfolio would finally hit a high, and he was out of there. Okay.
So that's where all the Vatican money went.
As Jay Leno said, the real reason he resigned was there was no room for advancement. It's a dead end job.
Dead end job.
Yeah. Well, Conan O'Brien said the Vatican said that as soon as the Pope resigns, he'll no longer be infallible. The Vatican said the same thing happened to Oprah. I think the Pope and Oprah are hanging out together now, don't you?
Yeah.
Did you see the Pope mobile he left in? Wasn't that something?
Helicopter?
No. It's a nice Mercedes AMG.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, this actually happened. Did any of you hear that the Vatican was struck by lightning when the Pope announced he was retiring? That actually happened, by the way.
This is the Dome of St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Got nailed.
Can you see that? You little fuck. I should have never made you the Pope.
Well, think about it. The same week, Earth just got missed by an asteroid and a meteor had slammed into Russia. So God's not taking the breakup very good, is he?
I can see. I see God going, God, I should have never given these people free will. Look what the fuck they've done with it. Look at his second life. What the hell is that? I mean, I thought it was good enough giving him books.
They all fucked up their first one. Now they're going to screw up the second one.
Like to get another book.
By the way, we're in Lent right now for the Catholics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Catholics give up things. Some give up chocolates. Some give up alcohol. And one of them gave up being Pope. Yeah. Well, you got to say one good thing. At least they gave God 2 weeks' notice. It's interesting. And some of these are coming from other people. The Pope said age 85, he can't physically go on. Meanwhile, Hugh Hefner is going to be 87 and he married a 26-year-old. So what does that say about the celibate lifestyle?
Yeah.
Blue pill works.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah, but he's going to have a real major change in his lifestyle, the Pope. From wearing a robe all day long to wearing a robe all day long.
No, he gets to be a civilian now, isn't that right? He's the emeritus, right?
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
He's going to stay on grounds,
Levi's.
which is weird.
Well, one good thing is, yeah, I hear Walmart said they'll make him a greeter.
I like that.
Yeah. Actually, he said right. He said he really had to leave. He wanted to spend more time with the wife and kids. Yeah. But not to worry. Replacing the Pope will be Ashton Kutcher.
Great.
That's a sin.
Yeah. The Pope praised Facebook, but said it has no substitute for human interaction. Then the Pope reminded everyone that human interaction is a sin. Yeah. In a statement released this week, Pope Benedict said that he had forgiven the Beatles John Lennon's claim that they were bigger than Jesus and for their rock and roll excess. In the clearest sign yet that the Vatican is working from the bottom of the complaint box. Yeah, well, welcome tonight, everybody. Yeah. And then another good friend of ours, Hugo Chavez. Yep. Isn't that amazing? Hugo Chavez, the Pope's gone, and he took Hugo with him. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to open up a private equity
all
firm.
The evil all at once. You got to think about that, right?
Yeah. So anyhow, I don't know if you remember this, but at the UN, this is some of what Chavez once said. He said, "You can't call the president a devil. Only we can do that. Republicans call the speech more of a roast than anything diplomatic." Here's a couple of nice quotes from him. "Enough about the devil. I mean Bush. You must forgive me. My English is no good. How do you say douchebag? I'm kidding." That's what he said in front of the UN. In case you guys. He also said Dick Cheney is. He said Dick Cheney is here. The only reason why Dick Cheney is against gay marriage is because he's too cheap to pay for his daughter's wedding.
Wedding.
Did he really?
Great.
Yeah, he also said, but seriously, Cheney would love for his daughter to have a wedding as long as Halliburton can cater it. Then he goes, "I'm kidding." Yeah, no, that's incredible. Yeah, that was Hugo. You know, by the way, did you guys see the picture of Hugo Chavez like last week? You know, come on, who photoshopped that? You don't go for chemo for 7 months and look like you weigh 300 pounds.
Cuba.
No. What's amazing is Fidel Castro's still alive.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? I mean, you can't get rid of him. Here's something. I always get a kick out of this stuff. I don't know if you guys do. But every now and then I turn on the TV, and an awful lot of drug companies enjoy marketing their drug. And there was one today, and I went and found this. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard. There's a drug called Cymbalta. I don't know what the heck they got the name for it, and I'm not even sure what it's for.
Psychiatric medication.
Is that what it is? Okay. Well, it says here, this is the disclaimer. They have to get this all in while the people are walking around looking happy, okay? Get emergency medical help if any of these allergic signs, any of these signs of an allergic reaction while taking this. Report skin rash, hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of your face, lips, tongue, throat, nausea, upper stomach pain, itching, loss of appetite, dark urine, clay-colored stools, jaundice, yellowing of skin, eyes, feeling like you might pass out, agitation, hallucination, fever, fast heart rate, overactive reflexes, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of coordination, very stiff, rigid muscles, high fever, sweating, confusion, tremors, easy bruising, unusual bleeding, painful or difficult urination, headache, trouble concentrating, memory problems, weakness, feeling unsteady, seizures, shallow breathing, severe skin reaction, fever, sore throat, swelling in your face, tongue, burning in your eyes, skin pain, followed by red or purple skin rash that spreads, especially in the face and the upper body, causing blistering and peeling. Other common side effects may include other common side. What those were common side effects? I mean, what the hell are they talking about?
Just imagine how bad whatever the sickness is if that's a side effect.
Yeah, that's not great. So then I thought, I wonder about some of the other products, and I looked up children's Tylenol Cold Plus. Okay, this is children's. Can you imagine? You give this to your kid, and you have to say to him, Get emergency help if you have any of these signs of allergic reactions while taking blah, blah, blah. Hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of your face, lips, tongue, throat, fast pounding heartbeat, severe restless feeling or nervousness, mood changes, confusion, hallucinations, unusual thoughts or behavior, tremors, seizures, easy bruising, bleeding, unusual weakness, urinating less than usual or not at all, feeling short of breath, nausea, pain in your upper stomach, itching, loss of appetite, dark urine, clay colored stools, jaundice. I thought Cymbalta is really nothing more than fucking children's Tylenol. Right? I mean, come on. I mean, that's just wild when you look at that stuff.
You had me at clay-colored stools.
Yeah.
Clay-colored stools.
You had me with dark urine. I'm like, whoa, dark urine.
Isn't that stuff wild? Absolutely ridiculous.
Steve Martin
It's unbelievable.
has a one-page thing he did for the New Yorker called Side Effects. That's like really absurd. Like it's all fiction, but it's brilliant.
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I remember seeing that. Yeah, that was hysterical. Yes. Yeah, I like the New Yorker. New Yorker's great. Yeah, yeah. You know, Dr. Fran is so erudite, so incredible. So, anyhow, oh, yeah. Hope everybody's having a good time here. We try to have some fun. And I got Bevan here, in case you just showed up. Bevan put something in chat. Put it in again, Bevan, so everybody gets to see it. Okay. All right. Hey, Soul, how are you? Glad to see you here. Dory, nice to see you too. Easy Shilling.
You got another
What?
volunteer for open mic.
No big deal.
We have another volunteer for open mic. Who's that?
Roger990 put something in chat.
Oh, Roger990. All right, well, Roger990, if you want to be first, get up here now, and let's see what you got to do. Come on up here. Yay. Way to go. Thank you, Orchid, for seeing that. I missed that in open chat, and I apologize. Okay. 999. Roger. Is Roger coming up? I can't see him.
I don't see him either. Where's he sitting?
Right behind you.
Where is Roger?
Literally right
Does
behind
anybody
you.
see Roger? Was that a...
No, I don't see Roger.
I see Roger right behind you. Right here.
Right behind who?
Right behind CatBoy.
Alright, hold
You see-
on. Let me turn my thing around.
Well, maybe they're...
Yeah, he's there.
Are we sure? Well, does Roger want to do something or not? I don't know.
I don't see him.
Roger.
I don't know. Hey, Roger.
I see.
No.
I see CatBoy, but I don't see anybody named Roger.
He's sitting right
Okay.
next to us at the bar.
You know what's really interesting is that some people see him and some...
990 resident.
He's here.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
Roger
I
is
see him.
here. I do see Roger.
Uh-huh.
He's a resident.
Yeah, well, then I guess it's not...
You go ahead and I'll
Do
send
we
you a
let
message.
residents tell Joe?
Well, send him a message. We're just going to continue with the show, okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, because...
He's gonna type it.
Yeah. Oh, look. So this came in from Dr. Fran. This is Steve Martin's side effects, okay? So we'll read his side effects. Take 2 tablets every 6 hours for joint pain. Side effects. This drug may cause joint pain, nausea, headaches, shortness of breath. You may also experience muscle aches, rapid heartbeat, and ringing in the ears. If you feel faint, call your doctor. Do not consume alcohol while taking this pill. Likewise, avoid red meat, shellfish, and vegetables. Okay foods. Flounder. Under no circumstances eat yak. Men can experience painful urination while sitting, especially if the penis is caught between the toilet seat and the bowl. Projectile vomiting.
Oh my God.
Projectile vomiting is common in 30% of the users. Sorry, 50%. If you undergo disorienting nausea unaccompanied by a migraine and raspy breathing, double the dosage. Leg cramps are to be expected. 1 knee buckler per day is normal. Bowel movements may become frequent. In fact, every 10 minutes. If bowel movements become greater than 12 per hour, consult your doctor, any doctor, or just anyone who will speak to you. You may find yourself becoming lost or vague. This would be a good time to write a screenplay. Do not pilot a plane unless you are among the 10% of the users who experience spontaneous test pilot knowledge. If your hair begins to smell like burning tires, move away from any buildings or populated areas and apply tincture of iodine to the head until you no longer hear what could be taken for a countdown. May cause stigmata in Mexicans. If a fungus starts
Stigmata? Are you serious in the hand? Stigmata in Mexicans.
In the Mexicans, if a fungus starts to grow between your eyebrows, call the Guinness Book of World Records. May induce a tendency to compulsively repeat the phrase "no can do." This drug may cause visions of the Virgin Mary to appear in treetops. If this happens, open a souvenir shop. There may be an overwhelming impulse to shout out during a Catholic Mass, "I'm going to whip you with the ugly stick." You may feel a powerful sense of impending doom. This is because you're about to die. Men may experience impotence, but only during intercourse. Otherwise, a powerful erection will accompany your daily walking around time. Do not take this product if you are uneasy with lockjaw. Do not be near a ringing telephone that works at 900 megahertz, or you will be the very best dead very fast. We are assuming you've had chickenpox. You may also experience a growing dissatisfaction with life along with a deep sense of melancholy. Join the club. Do not be concerned if you arouse a few ticks from the Geiger counter. You may want to get a 1-month trial subscription to Extreme Fighting. The hook shape of the pill will often cause it to become lodged in the larynx. To remove, jam a finger down your throat while a friend holds your nose to prevent the pill from lodging in a nasal passage. Then throw yourself stomach first on the back portion of a chair. The expulsion of air should eject any pill out of the mouth, unless it goes into your sinus cavity or brain. Warning, this drug may shorten your intestines by 21 feet. It's been known to cause birth defects in the user's radioactivity. Passing in front of a TV may cause screen... Somebody else is chatting here? Is that you, 99999?
No, it's CatBoy. He's got some background.
No, it's CatBoy? Oh. Passing in the front of the TV may cause the screen to move. Women often feel a loss of libido, including a whole octave lowering of the voice.
Oh, my God. There you go.
An increase in ankle hair, and perhaps the lowering of a testicle. If this happens, women should write a detailed description of their last 3 sexual encounters and mail it to me. Bob, Trailer 6, Fancy...
Is that still happening?
Who is this? Who is
Who's
this?
talking to you?
I don't know. Who's talking? Hello?
Rogers.
Roger, are you talking?
No, Roger does not seem to be talking.
Yeah, well, somebody's talking. Somebody figure out who's talking. Do you guys want to hear the rest of this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Trailer 6, Fancyland Trailer Park, Encino, California, or email me at hotguy.com. Discontinue use immediately if you feel that your teeth are receiving radio broadcasts. You may experience lumpy back syndrome, but we are actively seeking a cure. Bloated fingertips on the hot side of the hand are common. When finished with the dosage, be sure to allow plenty of quiet time in order to retrain the eye to move off stationary objects.
Sorry about that, everyone. Technical difficulties.
It's a hell of a difficulty. It's a lot more than a difficulty.
He needs some pills. He can deal with the side effects later.
Did you take 2 of these?
Help if I actually turned kind of voice chat off mute.
Did you take 2 of these pills?
Yeah. Major fail. Major fail.
He's not going to stop. Flotation devices at sea will become pointless, as the user of this drug will develop a stone-like body density. Therefore, if thrown overboard, contact your doctor. This product contains 1 or more of the following bungee cords: plankton, rubber, crack cocaine, pork bladder, aromatic oils, gunpowder, corn husks, glue, beef. Roger, you got to stop it.
Yeah, and we can hear you too, Roger.
Yeah. Roger, we're gonna have to click you out of here, Roger, if you can't handle it. Okay?
It's
you all right now, Roger?
Man, you gotta be careful of them.
Yeah, you're gonna get up on stage. You got to know how to play the game.
I am. Thank you.
Are you ready to do comedy, Roger? Is that it? Are you ready?
I am.
You are. Then come do your comedy, because.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'll try to find somebody to get up here and do their comedy while you're doing yours, just like you were doing before. It all works.
Just to confuse me.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's great to be back here at Lauren's place. It's a pleasure to meet you all. You know, I've been playing Second Life now for a long time, and I've met a lot of great people. But sort of like, you know, nothing's greater than sort of like seeing a new viewer on the market. Firestorm! What's that? I don't know what that is. It's shite. That's what it is. Absolute crap. It sort of like throws a load more buttons at you. Advanced button use. I don't know what I'm pressing. I'm smashing the laptop against the wall because I don't know how to switch mics on. I don't know how to turn people's voices up. Oh, it's crazy. Now, the biggest seller in Second Life at the moment seems to be kind of escorting. It's crazy. You go into escort district and it's just people. I am here. You've got the hot, sexy avatar. Oh yeah, well, if you saw me in real life, darling, you'd run a mile. I got boobs like you. And sort of like, you know, I kind of love school, you know, especially the part where they kind of, you go in the school gates and they say, give us your fucking money. No, I don't want to give you our money. I need it for chocolate milk. But sort of like, you know, I was terrible in school. I was, you know, so kind of illiterate, especially when they made you do Shakespeare. It wasn't no old English. How about the new English? That'll come in more handy. You know? You know, I bet Shakespeare was having a bad day when he said, to be or not to be. Oh, fucking hell, Shakespeare, it's one of those days again, is it? Oh, right, then I'll come back. Now, technology is always advancing, you know? And I love it, you know, you got Blu-ray now, you got high definition. I mean, why the fuck would you want to see Ghostbusters for the millionth time in high definition? I don't know. They all look old as arse. But sort of like, you know, the best thing that I've ever, you know, seen is 3D. This guy says, come over here, mate. This laptop, a 3D. You know, he had fish swimming across it. You know, I was holding my breath. I thought I was underwater. And he said, that is the latest technology. So he said, put these on. He's playing Call of Duty and go, fucking hell, I'm going to get shot. Oh, guys, body bag. Oh, I'll take the glasses off. But sort of like porn should be in kind of 3D. Could you imagine? You know, it's sort of like a woman strips off, and you think that's all I need to see now, darling. I've got it on record. That's it. I can just keep recording that now. That's perfect. Now, sort of like, you know, I'm a big fan of the movies, but sort of like I said to myself, I'm gonna sit through Twilight. I'm gonna sit through Twilight. I sat through New Moon. I'm not going to sit through Twilight. It's shite. I mean, sort of like Edward is the biggest prick ever. I mean, he comes in his little SUV. He's like, hey, Bella, how's it going? He's walking across 6 spaces. Freaking classic. I jump behind and go, motherfucking vampire. I was going to park in one of those spots. Now I can't, you know? And so, like, in one scene, he's saying, I don't love you anymore, Bella. And Kristen Davis is the biggest stoner out there. She's like, totally, why not? I just get a fucking sentence out. Click this movie on. Get it rolling on. And then at the end, sort of like, you know, he says, you saved me. I love you. Turn me into a vampire. Oh, don't be a vanity bitch. And she finally gets turned into a vampire, and sort of like, you know, when he sees everybody turns old, she says, yeah, it sucks now, doesn't it? Sucks now, you wanted this. And finally, I just want to talk about accents. You know, because sort of like, I think accents are the sexiest thing in the world. I mean, Lauren Wayland right here, you know, she's got the sexiest accent ever, doesn't she? But there are people who don't have sexy accents. The Eastern Europeans, you know?
Blushki, right?
Hello there, so by, you know, Shimova. I am Shimova, give me a kiss. Alright, fucking hell. The turn off is like talking to a man. It's so weird. They are so creepy. So like, Father, why don't they talk to guys? He ain't from Anya. We don't talk to people like that because he's from England. Oh, I've been Roger 990 and you've been a fantastic audience. Thank you.
Whoa, bravo. Way to go. Fantastic. Roger, you better come back and we expect to see you here weekly. That's great. What a great. Let's give him an extra clap. First time up here on stage. Whoa. Yeah. And we got to forgive him. He was in Firestorm. You know, that's why they called it Firestorm, right? they were going to call it a viewer, but by the time they got finished making it, they said, this is a fucking firestorm.
Terrible viewer.
So Roger,
yeah.
we all gave him a clap.
Yeah. Yeah. Haley's in Exodus. Yeah. She's waiting for Moses to lead her out of Second Life.
And what are you in? The Red Sea? No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got... yeah, we got... we got Eva Moon coming up here in a half hour. So, I saw a T-shirt the other day in Second Life. It says... And it said in Second Life, it said, I'm not a player, I just come here to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw another one said, I'm not really an avatar. I just play one online. Yeah. Everybody having a good time?
Woo!
Yeah, we're rocking tonight. Another Tuesday night, right? Yeah, we could be out with those people in First Life, you know, you know, like the ones that have money. The ones who went, yippee, new high on the Dow. Hope the fucking poor people are starving.
And today, right? Especially today, right?
Yeah. Hey, Bubblepop, you ready to get up here tonight? You ready to come up here and rock the stage? Yeah, come on, Bubblepop. Let's do it.
Woo! Bubblepop.
All right.
Yeah, but I am now known as the amazing Bubblepop. I've done
Oh.
a lot of studying in India.
He's the amazing Bubblepop.
Amazing Kreskin, right, Lauren?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
I'm going to...
Did you jack him for that title?
I'm going to give you the answer to questions that were mailed to Lauren. No one's ever seen them.
Yes, I have them in an envelope here that's sealed by Price Waterhouse.
Price Waterhouse.
You know, those are the same people that brought you Enron.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There we go.
Yeah, they never look in the envelope. Okay, go ahead, the great and wonderful Bubblepop. What's the answer?
Oh, I haven't seen these envelopes, so I will now use my mental tranquility to
Tranquility.
pick an answer out of thin air.
All right.
It's so dark. The answer is the next Lindsay Lohan.
Oh. All right, let me see. Thinker, you doing your job but not tonight. Okay. He fell asleep. The next Lindsay Lohan. All right, let me now open the envelope and see what it says. What do you get when you cross an alien with Honey Boo Boo?
Oh, I was right.
That's good.
That's a good start. Okay.
Like the next Justin Bieber.
Yes, what's the next one, you great Kresge?
I'm getting kind of a rodeo feeling here. I'm going to say under 6 seconds.
Oh, under 6 seconds. Under 6 seconds. Let's see.
Yes.
All right. The average amount of time Lauren Whalen spends on a blind date.
I'm sorry. Well, we can't let Lauren have all the spotlight. The next answer is going to be CatBoy.
Okay.
CatBoy, that's the answer. CatBoy. Okay. The answer, let me see. What do you get when Pee Wee Herman takes Alice in Wonderland to a movie?
I love that.
I did too. That is a good one.
Funny. That's very funny.
All right, now for the next one, I am getting a message, and it's a little discombobulated, a little confusing. I'm going to say lots of bears and 1 cougar.
Okay, let me open the envelope. Oh, this one's stuck. 1 second here. Ah, there it is. Name something you might see in a gay bar.
But I'm changed.
Different kind of wildlife.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, I am getting the answer now. The answer is a ski resort.
A ski resort. All right. Let's open it. What's the worst possible place to hide if you wanted for murder charges and you're a very large black man?
Oh my. Right. Okay. This next one is tough. These are, I think these are questions that people ask all the time, and I'm gonna say a guy by the name of Fast Eddie.
A guy by the name of Fast
Eddie.
Oh, think is awake. All right.
All the laughing woke me up.
And the answer is, who killed Kennedy? Who is Deep Throat? And where did all our money go? And where do babies come from?
Gotta be fast. Okay, this next one I'm getting the answer now, and is definitely over 500. So I'm gonna say over 500.
Over 500.
Over 5. All right, here we go. Last envelope, and how many original commandments did God give to Moses on oil-treated animal skins before Moses placed them next to a burning bush?
Whoa!
Smoke. Oh.
Whoops.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2 more here.
What, you have them? I'm glad you got them. Guess what? I hope you don't think I'm helping you on this one. Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
The answer is, I don't have the question.
No, I'm joking. I'm with you. Go on. I'm with you. Relax. Come on. Go on.
I'm gonna say stop, drop, and bounce.
Stop, drop, and bounce.
Yeah.
What's the procedure if you're on fire and caught in an earthquake?
That would be correct, yeah. All right, I have one more answer coming to my head right now. Oh, this is a good one. I'm not sure if I can make sense of it, but I'm going to try. The answer is whoosh moo bam bam.
Whoosh moo bam bam.
Whoosh moo bam bam. Don't know what that is.
What's the sound a cow makes when launched from a catapult?
All
right.
It's a pleasure to show my amazing powers with you.
The best. Whoa, fabulous powers. Wow. Just rocking. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's give a good. Yeah, isn't he great? Yeah, Bubblepop is terrific. Everybody having fun? Who's whispering in the background asking for sex? I hate the people that come to this comedy just to try to pick up somebody. Hey, want to go somewhere nice? Yeah, you are in my back. Want to go somewhere nice later? I know a good place.
Disney World.
Disney World. Oh my God. Yeah, I got to tell you something. That Carnival cruise ship puts new meaning into playing shuffleboard on the poop deck. Everybody having fun? Yeah. Good. Yep. So anyhow, What else do we have here tonight? Do we have any more Pope jokes? I don't know. Pope has got a lot of jokes about. Yeah, you've got some. Go on, tell us a couple. Who's that? Who's got a few?
Me.
Is that CatBoy? You ready? You want to get up here now? You itching? You got to get up here?
Itching,
when the cat starts itching, just let it scratch. Okay, come on up.
All right. Itchy kitty. All right. I'm on a borrowed laptop, by the way, because my other one kept crashing. So
yeah. Is that like Doc Grun's iPad? You borrowed it from Craigslist?
I sort of borrowed this.
It's a conspiracy, I'm telling you.
Sort of borrowed this from somebody. All right. Did anyone hear? I won't start with the pop jokes. I'll do those last. But did anyone hear that while a family was vacationing in Mexico, a father of an 11-year-old boy was charged $22,000 in phone bills that the son racked up playing video games and downloading applications on the smartphone, which he did in a single day.
Wow.
One day.
Wow.
This happened, and but get a load of this. The family has a teenage daughter who has absolutely nothing to do with this bill. The only conclusion, absolutely nothing. The only conclusion I can come up with is that she had her own smartphone, a much better roaming plan, and now Verizon has a new spokesperson. Also, last weekend, a bit of a horrible tragedy happened in Florida. A man was swallowed up in a sinkhole that opened up right under his bed. Good Lord. And in Florida, I don't hear about this happening in Florida. A lot of people don't know that Helen Keller actually passed away the same way. It was tragic. Reportedly, she screamed until her hands turned blue.
That's bad. That one was bad. Sorry.
Okay, we have graduation ceremonies coming up soon. You know that it's reading week right now. We call it in Canada, we call it reading week. Down there, you call it the March break. That means graduation ceremonies are coming up soon, and professors are reminding students they should give thanks to what made this possible. Red Bull, Google, Wikipedia, vodka, and all those online slave laborers in Asia who write an entire essay for only $20 a pop.
Grammar.
Okay, recently, get a load of this. The Parent Teachers Association, the PTA, ruled recently that the most foul-mouthed fictional character of all time is R2-D2 from Star Wars, because they literally had to bleep out every word he's ever spoken. Okay, now more news. Did anyone hear about the latest version of the Tomb Raider game that has come out? Tomb Raider. The latest version of Tomb Raider features a radically redesigned Lara Croft who has had her guns removed, literally and figuratively. She is unarmed and flat-chested. Did these people forget who they're marketing video games to? The sexuality of Lara Croft has been replaced by extremely graphic violence where it depicts Lara being killed over and over again if the player fails to meet several game challenges. One of them features Lara Croft being impaled through the skull by a long spear if you fail a whitewater rafting challenge. PTA said it's all good as long as you don't see her boobs jiggle. Ching. Oh, and you can't see Amanda Everett kiss her full on the mouth. No, that's a no-no. All right. I don't think PTA has ever been to Second Life. We should invite him here just to mess with him. Okay, the world news. Oh, God. World news last week was brought to a screeching halt the other day when there was an announcement that Queen Elizabeth had come down with gastronitis. Had to cancel 2 weeks of visitations. Gastroenteritis? You mean, oh my God, she's old?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we discovered? I mean, she's 86 years old. She's the exact same age as the Pope. She can't go touring around like a boy band. I think she's deserved a rest. Actually, there is, if you want to see this, there is PBS has something called The Royals, or The Royal Family, where they followed the Royals around for a year. This is a true story. There is a scene where she's in her, I'm sorry, what's her castle? It's out in the woods. Out in the wooded area. But she has this really tiny kitchen.
Canada.
She gets up to them.
Was that the answer?
It's Canada. Only in Canada, eh? Well, that would make the tea commercial work. But she has this little tiny kitchen, and she pointed out the bathroom, and she said this on camera. There are people who actually believe that I don't poo, which is ridiculous. I do poo. That's my toilet right there. which I just thought was just I poop. Well, especially if you have gastroenteritis, you definitely poop. Okay, did anyone hear Gary Busey's returning to Celebrity Apprentice?
No.
I thought he was gone for good.
Over and drugged again?
He's back. He's back on Celebrity Apprentice. I think putting Gary Busey on Reality Anything is a contradiction in terms because reality doesn't really apply to Gary Busey very well, does it? And you know what they do? They put him on team projects. Putting Gary Busey in a team project is like throwing in a giant monkey wrench that's actually made out of live monkeys. And just to top it all off, you can check this out for yourself. Gary Busey has recently got himself a Twitter account. Now, a while ago, there was a lot of fake Gary Busey Twitter accounts that was making fun of how crazy he was. He made the real thing. It's got the little blue check mark, so it's authenticated. And I picked out about about 5 tweets here I want to share with you from the real Gary Busey. This is the real thing. My visions are clear and authentically unpredictable. I'm not going to argue with you there. The blood of love and the blood of confusion. Welcome to Earth. Don't know what's going on there. The rooster said the person he belongs to don't wake up in his morning cock-a-doodle-doo. Guess he's trying to tell a story. When the things you do without effort, you know you're being yourself, especially if the real you is a lazy underachiever. Okay, and the last one. Okay, the last one is New York City. In New York City, I met a celebrity trapped in a vendor cart. What were you doing in the vendor cart, Gary? What were you? The celebrity trapped in the vendor cart was actually you. He just saw a reflection of himself up against the stainless steel wall. Oh, okay. Let's go move on. Let's do some Pope jokes.
What drugs was he on that day? Oh my God.
I know. The Pope. There was plans for the Pope that are actually coming up.
That sure were.
Yeah. In April, he's going to turn 86 years old. So a lot of people figure that in 3 years, he'll probably be the Republican nomination for President of the United States.
Or a good Jew.
No, he was a Nazi, so that doesn't work that way.
Now, anticipation of electing a new pope, the possibility of the French-Canadian pope, the gentleman that I was doing, Marc Ouellette, the small town that he is from, which is in Quebec, it's this little place called Lamont. It's way up there. And they anticipate the media is going to be a frenzy looking to smear his name. They call it the papal smear, pap smear.
No.
Yeah, that's the title for the Sun tomorrow morning, I promise you. The Toronto Sun's title tomorrow morning, pap smear. Okay, last Thursday, as you know, there was a ceremony involving the resignation of the Pope. Pope Benedict addressed the crowd one last time, then returned to the Sistine Chapel for a private ceremony where the papal ring is removed and smashed with a ceremonial hammer. Now, if the hammer fails to destroy the ring, they give it to a hobbit who returns the ring to Mordor, where it is cast in the fire pits of Mount Doom, from whence it came. Now, here's something a little interesting. They have a little Latin inscription of what's on the ring, and it starts off with Unus Orbis Rego Lima Totus, one ring to rule them all. Unus Orbis und Paralima, one ring to find them. Unus Orbis Acerolima Totus, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Isn't that just cheerful and romantic as hell? Typical of the Catholic rituals to be so full of gaiety and optimism. It's like a beautiful poem you could just read your child to sleep. If you wanted to traumatize your child and turn him into a world-shattering dark lord. And that's all I've got for tonight, everybody.
Whoa, bravo, way to go, rockin'. And by the way, just want to remind all of you, we have another comedian coming up shortly. And we also have Eva Moon, who's in the house, in case you don't know her. Okay. Did I get lost?
Eva Moon is the lady in
Am I still here?
No, you're still here.
You're here.
All right, I think I thought it fell off of the world there. All right, well, Eva Moon's coming up soon, and we've got Doc Grun coming up in a minute. Doc, I'll call you up in a second as soon as I figure out what happened to my fly cam. Don't you love fly cam? There you go. All right, I'm back here. All right, so anyhow, that was fantastic. Really enjoy everybody being here. A couple little quick little things. Anybody know why they have interstate highways in Hawaii? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Good question.
Yeah. And here's another one. Anybody know why abbreviation is such a long word?
Long word.
What is that? Like Groucho Marx once said, now there's a man with an open mind. You can feel the breeze from here.
Oh, that's bad.
Anyhow, since we only have 15 minutes before Eva comes up, and we've had so many good comedians, I'm going to let Doc come up here and do his gig right now, and then if there's more time, I'll come back up and do a few things. All right, Doc, you ready to just get right up here? Good.
Right in.
Good.
Great.
And I want before you start, just one second. I want to take one look out. You're ready, right? We know you're ready, correct? You're ready. But we'll look around the room for 1 second. Can you look around the room? And let's thank all these people. Come on, Doc, together. Like Bardot is out there, and Bevan, and Bridget. I'm doing this by alphabetical order.
Truth.
Yeah. CatBoy. Yeah, he hippie. Galaxy Scientist is here. Whoa, yeah. Thinker, Tindalia, White Queen, yep, and Subliminal, who's here all the time. Yeah. Pearly is here, and Haley, and Orchid, and all of you. And I'm going to try to get around to all of you. Merlin is here, and Meredith, and Magic, and Sid, which is Love Rain. And a lot of you guys I haven't seen for a while, so it's a delight to see you here. And now go right ahead. We just want to make sure to say hi to more. Oh, one more thing before you do this, Doc, okay? Sorry, one more thing. I want to just make sure that you're like a professional.
Right, that's okay. I'll get
it's going to be simple. Do you see what you're standing on? Does anybody see what he's standing on? Just in case you didn't look at this, this is a map of the United States. If we could get an absolutely 50-50 Democrat-Republican vote, this is how the country would have to be divided up.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you can look and see where it is. Now, Doc, do you want to go now, or should I just do another little something in between? Go ahead, Doc. Bravo!
Go ahead, Doc. Kick Lord.
One of the neat things about going last is that I can get to thank everybody for doing every fucking Pope joke, since that's going to be my entire gig tonight. So thanks, everybody.
You can just repope.
Yeah. Now, before we start, repope. Yeah, I'll just repope. We're expecting a really big storm here finally in this part of the country tonight. They're calling for quite a bit of snow. And, we had talked earlier about how the Weather Channel always names all its winter storms to give it more dramatic pause and, winter storm Q and da-da-dum-dum. Okay, well, I'm told right now that we're expecting about 8 to 10 inches. So I understand they're naming this winter storm Ron Jeremy. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, God.
Now, of course, the news that is the news is the Pope. Of course, he is, I guess the word is abdicated. He's the first Pope to do this in 598 years. He's not the Pope anymore. He's just sweet old Uncle Benny who gets into the sacramental wine a little too much and starts telling stories. I remember when you could have drawn and quoted a person for defying your faith. Now we have to post a Facebook response and a retweet it 10 billion times. You know how much bandwidth that takes up? Verizon sent me a bill last month for 38 million lira for exceeding my data limit. God was pissed. And I'm wondering, how exactly do you submit a resignation to God? Okay? Can you imagine that exchange? I mean, this being the 21st century and all, it's probably going to have to be something like email, I mean, it'd have to be something like that. It's not like you can actually ever get to see God. He's like Charlie on Charlie's Angels, You just get messages and you talk to him on the phone, right? And, and you have to wonder, in heaven, did the technology in heaven only advance as fast as it did on Earth? I mean, think about it, Here's the 4th century A.D. St. Peter runs up to God and says, "Here's a scroll from one of your cardinals on Earth." So he opens it up and it says, "Send help, I'm drowning." And the scroll's dated 4 months ago. Hooked up 2 ships late. Okay. So then finally one day God and St. Peter are sitting there, and Peter says, "Oh, good news, Al Gore just invented the internet." And God says, "Well, it's about me damn time." Okay? All right. So here's Pope Benedict's resignation to God via email, okay? Dear God, I hope you are well, LOL. After much consideration, I must regretfully submit my resignation from the office of Pope of the Earth. I have enjoyed my time working with you and hope this does not affect our friendship in any way in the future. I will leave my ring and hat in your office. As per our previous agreement, I will live out my days as a simple pilgrim. As per Article 14 of subsection 2342 of our contract, under papal compensation and benefits, I will respectfully remind you that this resignation does not in any way endanger my seat at your right hand once I pass away on this earth. I understand that there will be no more gold leaf plates for me to dine on, so I have taken the liberty of ordering an ample supply of Tupperware with the Shore Seal lids and a solo drinking cups. I will forward the invoice to your accounting office by messenger angel at my first opportunity. I remain your faithful servant and BFF, Benedict. Now comes a response. Now comes a response from the desk of God. Benedict, thank you for your email of February 14th. Sorry to hear of your decision to step down. I ask that you reconsider, as if you change your mind, jobs at your level are few and far between. Let's do lunch. I know a great place on the ethereal plane that serves fantastic unleavened bread and wine. I'll bring St. Peter. We can discuss plans for renovating your office. Me bless you, yours eternally, God. And his response. Holy Father, I appreciate your concern for my future, but my mind isn't made up. I have prayed on this for months. I CC'd you on every one. Check your inbox. It must have gone to your junk mail folder.
Oh my God.
And God's response. Benny, your prayers went to my letters to Santa Claus folder by accident. I apologize. Damn McAfee virus protection. Could it be your decision to step down is because of all the sex scandals involving priests lately? Trust me, it's a phase. They'll grow out of it. You should have seen the Middle Ages. All the stories I could have told you. Listen. If it means anything, I could send a plague or pestilence to wipe out a bunch of people. The rest would turn to me, they always do, and you would be sitting in the catbird seat. Think it over. Signed, G. And his response. Dad, we don't need a pestilence. We already have Obama, Lady Gaga, and a country music. Thanks for the offer. Benny. And his response. Ben, last chance to reconsider, man. Jobs like this would only come along once in a lifetime. Just ask Lucifer. Favored angel 1 minute, the next, everything goes to hell. G. Look, dude, I said I'm done. It's not like you could have seen this coming. I'm old. I can't do this anymore. Only Reagan could have pulled ever that one off, and he didn't have as many handlers as I do. I don't have much time left here, and my 401k's in the shitter anyhow. Peace. Ben. P.S. Unless you would like to grant me a miracle and give me back 50 years and canonize me while I'm still alive so I can make some coin off of it, I'm out of here. Ben. Now, that message was unfortunately sent back as undeliverable, so I understand we now are officially looking for a new pope. So that's how Benedict resigned to God. Now, a couple other things here because I wasn't thinking in a straight line today. There's a young girl in my wife's veterinarian office who's having a baby, okay? And, you know, it's her first baby, and of course, she is the first woman on earth to ever have a child, okay? So my wife is hearing all the stories of pain and hardship, and she's really getting tired of it, right? So I gave her some lines to use when this girl starts her rant, okay? So these are things that you should never say to a pregnant woman. Are you sure you're not carrying twins?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, you're taking this whole eating for two thing to a new level, aren't you? So you're due next week, right? Oh, you're only 3 months along? Oh, well, I guess everybody looks pregnant differently. Sorry. As for me, I was size 4S after delivery. Oh, you know what? Be careful. I had a friend whose cousin had a baby with insert horrible complication here. Let's hope your baby doesn't have it. Whew. Then, you are breastfeeding, aren't you? You aren't breastfeeding, are you? Labor was the most intense, grueling pain I've felt in my entire life. I'd rather die than go through labor again. That's something she wants to hear. You should really look into birth control. Well, let's hope the baby doesn't get your husband's nose. Jeez, what a honker that one is.
Oh,
you
man.
think you're not sleeping now? Just wait till the baby gets here. Well, I was still running 60 miles a week when I was this far along. And I only gained 10 pounds during my entire pregnancy, and I breastfed those 10 pounds right off. How dare you complain about not feeling good? Didn't you want to be pregnant? What's the matter with you? So, and finally, how do you get your shoes on? Those are things that you never say to a pregnant woman. Now, I realize that the elections are over, but people are already talking about the candidate for 16. And, Hillary and Rand Paul and a bunch of others are talking about it. RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul would be better, I think. Okay, now, we've had some winners, and we've had some that aren't winners, because I don't think I've picked a presidential candidate that won since Kennedy, and I was 4 years old then, so that doesn't really count, okay? But here are signs that your presidential candidate isn't right, okay? He promises to improve foreign relations with Hawaii. Okay.
While he's driving the interstate.
He runs a series of he runs a series of attack ads against Martin Sheen's character on The West Wing. That's a bad sign right there. His number one choice to work on his cabinet is that Bob Vila guy. That's a bad sign.
That Bob Vila guy.
Yeah, that Bob Vila guy. Outstanding record as governor of Rhode Island is nullified by the fact that nobody fucking cares because nobody knows where Rhode Island is anywhere. He vows to put an end to the war in Pokemon and free the Pikachu refugees once and for all. And on the very first question of the debate, he attempts to use a lifeline. That is my time. I'm getting the hook. Everybody,
bravo! Way to go! All right. And I'm going to get off the stage so that Eva can get set up. And while we're getting Eva all set up, we got a few things left to have some fun with. By the way, just so you know, you didn't bring this up, but Ron Jeremy apparently went in the hospital this month for a heart aneurysm. So you have to think about what that was going on, right?
Sure did.
Yeah.
I heard he was running for office.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So when the Pope came to America, and Bush was president. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a 21 gun salute. Well, 22 if you count Dick Cheney. Actually, Eva, you're getting set up, right? You getting everything all set up? Yeah.
He is setting
I'm not hearing her yet, but I'll let you know, Lauren.
She's here though, right?
She is
here.
Yeah.
She's got stuff on stage.
Okay, I thought I saw her. Yeah, I saw her putting out. Yeah.
Yep. There's your ironing board right there.
Yeah. Also, when he was here back when Bush was around, apparently there was a very embarrassing moment. By the way, I have to say one thing. I was so amazed, Doc Grun. I guess, Benedict was in Rome long enough to finally get an Italian accent.
Yeah. He sounded like Father Guido Sarducci, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't know if you saw this, by the way, back when the Pope came and visited, the White House and stuff, and he was blessing, them all with holy water. And some of it splashed on Dick Cheney and burned his skin. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Actually, who knows what he's going to do next? What do you do? I mean, where does he go? Like the Lake Como, and what? Is he going back to Germany? Is he going to go back to be with his boyfriend?
No, he's going to live in the Vatican. Is what he's going to do.
I heard
that's a special thing for him.
Yeah, apparently he only had one regret. There was an altar boy that he was very interested in.
Yeah, well, maybe the Vatican's going to get a boys' ranch.
Yeah.
No, they say he has the Secretary George for nights, and the new Pope has him days.
Yeah, right.
You know the cute George one?
No, tell.
You didn't see he was like on the cutest men's list?
No, I didn't see that.
Secretary George? Oh, look him up. He's gorgeous.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyhow.
not hearing her, but if somebody else is...
But that's all right. We just keep going. I just want to be sure that we're continuing. Apparently, by the way, I got to ask a question of everybody here. Haley says that she went to Second Marketplace and everything's in Japanese on her computer. Is anybody else having the same problem?
How do I make it go back?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, the problem is the instructions to put it back to English are in Japanese.
You're not hearing her, but she's live. Let me see if I hear her.
I'm hearing her.
Yeah, she's fine. I hear her. If silence is something to be heard.
She's not talking now. But...
I don't hear anything. I'm crashing.
Here she is. We hear her now. Now we hear. Okay, we're done. Thank you, everybody. Love you all for coming. Thanks a lot. And now let's listen to Eva.
Great show.